So we are back at it again. It is Thursday, February 28th, and I'm actually headed out to a brand new lease that we just picked up, and we're gonna do some scouting. Gonna get in here and do some coyote eradication for the property owner that's having a problem with coyotes coming up and killing their chickens and messing with their pets and things of that nature. So I'm gonna do some scouting today. Well, I'm really excited to get down here and do some shed hunting on this new property. It's only a small little parcel. It's only about 15 acres, but it's in some great location. And basically 13 of the 15 acres is nothing but a cedar thicket. So I'm really excited to get down here and check that out. Came home earlier today and got home for lunch. And lo and behold, the mailman showed up and he brought us two amazing things today. First and foremost, I got my very first plot pod in the mail today, and I am more than ecstatic on getting that. I seen the plot pod on Facebook, reached out to him, been talking to him about some different issues that I'm having on monitoring my food plots, because, you know, I don't have no trees to mount a traditional camera mount to, and if you put it way back there in the tree line, you're just getting really far and really, you know, not quality pictures of the deer that are utilizing it. So excited to use the plot pod. I think it's going to serve a huge purpose for us. Also excited to be a part of their field staff team. Hopefully I can give them some really good reviews this year. But the most important thing that happened at lunchtime was my wife and I received our very first letter from my son at basic training. And you just don't realize how much a letter just truly does mean. I mean, we haven't heard from him for a couple weeks, going on 3 weeks now. It's hard enough, but just to know that he's doing okay and that you know, he's making friends and adjusting to the military lifestyle, I could not be more proud of that kid. And yeah, pretty good day. So to wrap it up here, close my day out, getting to shed hunt and scout a new piece of land. Really excited about that. So I'm headed out here, small 15-acre tract, but I'd say 13 and a half to 14 of those 15 acres is nothing more than a cedar thicket off of some big open ground. So excited to see what we can find down here. Hope you guys stay tuned. It should be a really fun episode. All right, everybody. So made it out here to this new place. And basically what I'm going to do is just skirt the property lines, check for, you know, crossing areas and things of that nature. So I'm just going to basically do a full loop all the way around the entire 15-acre property, right against the property lines, and then I'm going to start grid searching different bedding areas and things of that nature. So unfortunately the rain's picking up, so I'm not going to have, there we go, pretty heavy trail, and it goes right back into the bedding there. But if this rain keeps up, I'm not going to do a lot of filming. I'll definitely get the camera back out if I come across some good stuff, so keep hanging in there. All right, so I just came in off this trail because I saw that. And I seen all this. Guys, that's not real old. It's not real fresh either. And then I came right around here to this. Looks like a doe. Man, it's thick in here. So that's why I'm here. The landowner has asked that I get in here and really help eradicate the coyote population. And as you can see, there's already a den here, and there's been quite a few animals that have met their demise in this coyote den. So put a game plan together and get in here and really knock down the coyote population in this area. I think it'll definitely help with the hunting over time. But her biggest problem is, you know, these coyotes are getting up there and killing her chickens and her pets and everything else. So let's keep going, see what else we find. All right, so our first good buck sign. That at least tells me that they're in here. So keep pushing back. So I want to take this opportunity and really show, because it's a good illustration of why these deer like to get in these cedar thickets. But it's been raining for almost an hour, and you can see right here that it's all dry, but yet everything outside of the circumference of that tree is already wet. So these deer can get tucked into these cedar trees and stay a lot drier and a lot warmer during inclement weather. So I also want to illustrate how easy it is that a stick like that can be confused for an antler. So I'm gonna keep going. Another important reason why you get out and scout, especially new spots like this, you don't just show up and go and find the first sign and set up and think you're okay. Because that first sign might be close to a property line. And just show this, just came over here, and right there would be a tree stand or a ladder stand. So obviously we've got the neighbor here that's also a hunter, and I don't know if he's as avid, or she, of a shed hunter as I am, but I mean, you just don't never know. Good thing about this piece that I'm on is that I'm pretty much surrounded by fields, and this is just dense cedar thicket, pretty much the entire property. So what I'm hoping is that I can come in and figure out a way to ambush these deer coming into the bedding, but I just need to find some more signs. So let's keep going. So that's more like what I'm looking for right there. So definitely feels like we're getting closer to something. So I'm just cruising around this top of this hill. Looks like this might be an old pond, and I've spotted something I typically don't want to see. So let's get over and check that out. Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Good news is I found an antler. Bad news is this is the exact reason why the owner called me. So, guys, this is fresh. Heck, it's got a slug in it. But so is this. I mean, that is a nice young buck that met his demise to the coyotes. Little spike. So guys, if you think that you don't need predator control, and that's just one more nice buck that's not going to make it to his fullest potential because a coyote got him down, and well, there's nothing left but one antler. This actually looks like a shed, so I'm not sure. I mean, it's definitely a buck. I just showed you that, but I don't see the rest of his head. So this might be just where the coyotes drug him off to. Predator control, everybody. You gotta get out there. Do your part. Take a buck, take a deer, take a couple of coyotes too. Give those fawns and young bucks a good opportunity to mature. Hate finding them like that. Let's keep looking. I'm gonna keep talking about it. There's another leg. Hair everywhere. I found another bed. And this is another buck. That's a young button buck. You can see the knots on its head. Guys, that's fresh. I mean, it's still got meat on it. So that's 2 deer down here in this little bottom. So I'd say this is a little coyote den down here. But you've got a young, probably 1.5, 2-year-old buck that the coyotes put on the ground and killed. And then here lays another button buck 30 yards away from it, carcass. So, guys, got to get out there and kill these coyotes. So guys, this is another great indication of a community rub. It's not a huge tree by any means, but it's rubbed all the way around. So basically every buck that's coming through here and checking is going to come and hit this rub, and you can just tell because it's been worked all the way around the tree. It's not just a marker rub or anything like that. This is a definitely an indication of a community rub, that pretty much every buck that cruises through here is going to stop and nudge on this tree a little bit. And it's also an indication, so you can see down here where some of the rubbing starts, probably about 12 inches off the ground. But I mean, heck, it's rubbed all the way up here. I'd say that's close to 4 or 5 foot high. But most of the rub is hit all the way around at that 2.5, 3 foot mark. So those are the types of rubs that I want to mark on OnX, and I want to be able to come in and set up a way to hunt a rub like that, because I know that the bucks are frequently coming and checking each other through that tree. There's things I'm looking for, but another good find. All right, so basically I have covered the entire perimeter of this 15-acre tract, and now I'm going to get on the heavier sign. I'm going to get on these big, heavy beaten down trails. That's why I love days like today. It's a little wet out, overcast sky. I can really see these beaten down trails a lot better. Antlers like that stick out better. So I'm going to start zigzagging this property, but I'm going to basically pay attention to these heavy trails right now, and then hopefully they'll lead me into the heavier bedding. Stay tuned. So to just wrap things up tonight, guys, I did determine that spike shed that I found was an actual shed. The 2 carcasses that I showed you here in this episode, I believe were from the same button buck. But who knows the story, right? Maybe that Spike came over to defend his buddy and was battling those coyotes and dropped the shed. And because it was fresh, extremely fresh as the carcass is. So another great day in the woods. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you continue to tune in for future episodes. As you've seen, we're finding a shed almost every time we go out now. So shed season here in Kentucky is really ramping up. Keep tuning in. And as always, wake up and hunt.